Well, looks like today is one of those days that we are obviously going to be really having some good news as far as signing a center forward in the names of Benjamin Šeško is really concerned. Because for the previous 2 days, I tell you what, Newcastle has been all over the place, and no way we are talking about United bidding and so on and so forth. But this time round, we are excited to tell you that the club of Man United has finally gone ahead to put in their bid. Remember, over the weekend, Newcastle submitted their first bid. You remember that very well. And then again, United never really countered that bid by obviously putting in their own, and they kept on saying they've told the club of Newcastle that, they've told the club of RB Leipzig that if Benjamin Šeško gives them their yes, then they'll put in the bid. You understand? Even yesterday night, at midnight, the club of Newcastle went ahead to make a second bid. Remember, the first bid was 75 million euros guaranteed plus 5 million euros of add-ons. Then later, that was rejected by RB Leipzig, and RB Leipzig went ahead to obviously tell them you need to upgrade a little bit. And RB Leipzig needed what we call a sell-on clause. Now, from that, midnight, the second bid was worth 80 million euros plus 10 million euros of add-ons. And I was like, we are losing the player. We are losing the player. But guess what? United have gone ahead to counter the second bid of Newcastle, and they've gone ahead to obviously slop in another one. And guess what? It's really competitive, and I think it's really one of those that we have to obviously get excited about, that Man United is yet to obviously get in the shoes of really signing Benjamin Šeško. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun everywhere you are watching us from. Now, continue to subscribe because we want to hit 22,000 subscribers. How do you subscribe? Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this beautiful channel. Now, it has been a man known as David Austin who broke the story that Man United make offer to RB Leipzig for Benjamin Šeško. Proposal is worth 75 plus 10 million euros of add-ons, reflects Manchester United's valuation of 22-year-old, and they believe striker favors Old Trafford. No reply yet from RB Leipzig. Newcastle also working to close the deal. Now, this is exactly what RB Leipzig was really praying for, that a bidding war will obviously help them really maximize the sale of Victor Gyökeres, or leverage the sale of Victor Gyökeres. Then Fabrizio Romano, Man United submit formal bid for Benjamin Šeško worth 85 million euros package, add-ons included. The bid has been received by RB Leipzig today, as Bild reported. Man United move follows Newcastle 90 million euro package bid on Monday. The player has decision in his hands. That's what we went ahead obviously getting through from Fabrizio Romano. And it's like, David Austin was not the first person to break the story. It was none other than the Bild in Germany. And when you hear that it's a Bild in Germany, tier 1 media outlet, and they have writers that are really very credible. And when they say something, just get to know it is really right. And it has gone ahead to obviously get approved by the transfer gurus. Jacobs Ben. Breaking. Man United have made a formal offer for Benjamin Šeško worth 85 million euros, as Bild called. 75 million euros fixed with 10 million euros in add-ons. 5 million euros easily achievable. Newcastle's offer slightly higher with a fixed fee of 80 million euros, but Man United believes Šeško wants to join them. So United is like, now let's set the ball rolling, because Benjamin Šeško, you told us, Man United, that the only way you will obviously give us a chance is us showing you that we can obviously complete that deal, and the financial plan has been really presented to the player, and they've now gone ahead to execute it. And they're like, Newcastle have gone 90, we've gone 85. It's just a difference of 5 million euros, and I think you can now make a choice. And I believe that for anyone who makes, for whichever team Benjamin Šeško decides to join, I think the side of Newcastle, the side of RB Leipzig will be willing to obviously take any offer, because it was 80. But if they're really willing to see to it that they even take it north of that, I tell you what, it's one of the big beneficiaries, that the big beneficial profits they're gonna hit to make in this entire season, or in their entire time of selling players. Because selling a player like Benjamin Šeško for that amount of money, it's really insane. Meaning that they will get him 80 million euros fixed fee, or 75. And remember, I think they got him for like 30 million euros from Salzburg, and Salzburg has it's called a sell-on clause in there. But these Red Bull families are really going to be making some huge amounts of money and monies in there for you. So that is Benjamin Šeško for you. Fabrizio Romano has then gone ahead to add this, that Man United set official bid to show serious concrete intentions to RB Leipzig following a Newcastle bid of 90 million euros. Sources at Man United believe Šeško is keen on the move and decided to proceed with the official bid. Newcastle and United waiting for his formal decision. So Fabrizio is telling us that what had delayed United from putting in their bid was getting a confirmation from the player that he wants to join them. And now the United hierarchy believes that the player wants to join them, and they are willing to see to it that all goes on well as planned. So let's wait and see how that pans out for the side of Newcastle and Man United. But United is really very hopeful about this. And I know there is a team that will win the race, and I cannot say which team, but all I know is that a team, either Man United or Newcastle, will be the ideal destinations for the side. And I'm really excited to see to it that United have gone here to put in their bid, because the side of Newcastle has been even putting their deadlines that if you don't obviously give us your say as Benjamin Šeško and RB Leipzig on our bid, we are obviously going to be really moving on to another striker, you understand. And Newcastle are really very brilliant at this, because they've gone ahead to put out a list. I've gone ahead to see a story that Nicholas Jackson is one of those that is on the list of Newcastle. Then the other player that is on that list is none other than Oli Watkins. So Newcastle is working tooth and nail to see to it that they nail this to their basics, or to their best in there. So guys, that's what we had in there for you. And Jacobs Ben has gone ahead to seal it with some lengthy statement. He said, more on Manchester United's 75 plus 10 million bid for Benjamin Šeško. Formal offer this morning following talks with Šeško yesterday, 75 million euros, matches Leipzig's quoted fixed fee. 5 of the add-ons is achievable, leading Man United to consider the bid close to Newcastle's package. Overall number is lower though. Man United believes Šeško wants to join and never plan to bid without player buy-in. Newcastle attempting to agree a deal first with Leipzig and had hoped Manchester United would back off last night. Now both clubs engaged in talks with Leipzig and neither far off their expectations. Newcastle's long-standing fear has been if both clubs offer like for like, Šeško would pick Man United. So, looks like United is at the helm of this. And at the end of it all, United will come out the winners, because Jacobs Ben is telling us that Newcastle's plan was simple. Let's obviously make a 90 million bid for the player, and maybe United will back off. And United were really wise. However much they said that they are waiting for the player to give them their yes, I think they just wanted to see how north Newcastle can go in really bidding for the player. And after realizing that they've gone 90, United were like, let's go 85. Let's go 85. And I think it's been working out in the favor of Manchester United. And now we wait where this player is obviously going to be deciding to play. But I told you yesterday that the moment Newcastle put in a bid and the player never obviously gave him the yes, that means the player is 60% wanting to join Man United, maybe 40 for Newcastle. I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below. After United, I've gone ahead to submit the bid of Benjamin Šeško. We out. Bye-bye.